Orbiting around a subject is a popular cinematic technique used to reveal the environment of a scene, creating a compelling parallax effect when elements sit on different layers. The Mini 5 Pro brings new possibilities to this technique over its predecessors, and in this video you will learn how to get the best results. Point of interest is part of a suite of 3 intelligent modes grouped under the name Focus Track. Unlike Quick Shot, Master Shot and Hyperlapse, these modes don't appear in the photo-video menu. To access them with a static target, such as a building or landmark, simply draw a box around them. A small window in the lower part of the screen presents a choice among the 3 modes: Active Track, Spotlight and Point of Interest. These modes are only available when the drone is flying. After selecting Point of Interest, a double yellow arrow appears to select the direction and the speed of flight. It is possible to modify the speed during the shot, which is handy. I would prefer a higher maximum speed. However, it is possible to increase it while editing, if the scene doesn't contain moving elements. Once a target is selected, the camera locks on the target defined by green brackets. The focus track icon on the left part of the screen turns to yellow, indicating that we are in one of the 3 focus track modes. If needed, we can switch to a different mode with the same target selected via the small window. In previous DJI lightweight models like the Mini 5 Pro and the Flip, to select targets like people or vehicle, we had to activate subject scanning in the Control tab of the setting. The procedure has been simplified in the Mini 5 Pro. When the Active Track icon is active, the app recognizes people and vehicles and displays a plus sign over them. Simply tap on the plus icon to select one of them as a target. To exit Point of Interest, tap the Focus Track icon on the left, which will change from yellow to white to indicate that you are back in normal video mode. An alternative way is to tap on the green X near the target. Point of Interest can be applied to vertical footage taken in portrait mode, which is handy for users involved in social media. Most of the video settings are available. We can use manual or auto exposure and white balance. The resolution can be set to 1080p or 4K with frame rates up to 60 frames per second. It is also possible to use it with the video slow motion mode and the frame rate of 120 frames per second for extreme slow motion. The 3 color profiles are available: Normal, D-Log-M and HLG. With the Mini 5 Pro, Point of Interest can be used with a 48mm matte tele mode to apply a 2x zoom with a quality close to a true optical lens, achieving an astonishing parallax effect. Surprisingly, the continuous gimbal rotation is not available in this mode. However, similar result can be achieved by performing a circular move in Spotlight mode, which does support the gimbal rotation. Before starting a move, be aware of nearby obstacles and turn on the obstacle avoidance system in the Safety tab of the setting, selecting Brake or Bypass. Rotating around a landmark is a cinematic move, especially when there are elements at various distances in the background, creating an appealing parallax effect. Let's see a few different ways to film the same scene. One of the simplest ways to show this village by the Mediterranean Sea in Sicily is to advance toward it at constant speed. It can be useful as an establishing shot, but on other occasions we might prefer a more dynamic approach. By modifying the angle of view and advancing towards the village, we can include 2 other villages with a couple of small volcanic islands. Now we know more about the surroundings. Then we can introduce point of interest, starting with a view of the same village, with the camera locked on the normal castle. The aircraft will rotate counterclockwise, progressively revealing the other bays and villages, thus adding an element of surprise. By using the 2 sticks of the remote controller, we can add extra movement for a more dynamic effect. In this case, I'm moving quite fast to the right while rotating, and then lowering the altitude to better position the other villages on the scene. Notice the parallax effect with the element in the background rotating at different speed. To make the move even more dynamic, we can use the left wheel of the remote controller to apply some digital zoom. Let's do the same move as before, but this time starting with a quite deep zoom on the normal castle. During rotation we apply the same movements and progressively zoom out back to 100%. The zooming out makes the movement even more dynamic. We can also do the opposite, this time progressively zooming in to 200%. The parallax effect is increased as the village in different layers looks compressed and closer to each other. For more precise result, is it possible to apply the zoom on the computer while editing. In both cases there will be a severe loss of resolution, but the result will be acceptable for posting on social media. In this other example we can use point of interest with the aircraft above the target and the camera pointing down. By simply lowering the elevation while rotating, we can combine 2 cinematic moves difficult to perform manually: the screwdriver and the crane shot. Certain dynamic rotating moves can be accomplished with similar result using either point of interest or spotlight. Some users feel more comfortable using point of interest, as there is no need to take care of the rotation, while others prefer spotlight for better control of the orbiting speed. Point of interest has some basic tracking capabilities. It can follow a slowly moving target while rotating around it. This can be useful for following one or several people walking slowly while revealing the surrounding with a circular movement. With the Mini 5 Pro, point of interest can track close to the ground and the target at low speed, which is ideal for vlogging. Click on this link to watch my video about photography with the Mini 5 Pro. And don't forget to hit the like button if you find this video interesting. Thank you.